Welcome back. My, do we have a treat for you today? And by we, I mean me. It's just me here. I don't know why I said we. Wait, am I alone? Is anyone there? Hello? Look at this cool map. Today we are doing the next installment in The Elders, a concept in which we place one of each of the 4 races down on the map, and we give each of them one immortal, all-knowing, all-powerful elder. Why is there just a little bit of crystal biome right here? I swear. I found this map on Steam Workshop. It's called Sleeping World, but thanks to this person for making this. It is perfection. Let's go ahead and put some elders down. Wait, that sounds bad. I sort of have picked out this island, and this island, in addition to, I think, this island. I think I'm gonna put the dwarves down here because it's mountainous and there's rocks, and also there's an enchanted. There's a little bit of an enchanted up here, and I think that they'll do well with that. The world wasn't ready for him, but Bob was ready for them. I'll be giving every elder the same set of traits in addition to whatever they spawn with. This guy got nothing, just the usual. They'll be getting giant, immune, infertile, regeneration, immortal, and super health. And then we will always be healing them to full health because they don't start with that. Bada bing, bada bob. What a guy. Great Bobville. Very cool. Kingdom number 1 is up. And here, let me spawn some friends for you. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to do, huh? Okay, since we're using the orcs, I want to put them in whatever the worst spot is because they're a little bit stronger. So we're going to balance them by giving them bad land-ish. None of this is bad, but we're going to give them the least good. And I think this might be it. How about here? Bork was our big guy, right? From like the original series? Let's do Bork. Okay, he already has regeneration, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Have some health. And now have some friends. Okay, Borkland? Sure, why not? Next up, we got the elves. Let's put them here. I think this is probably the best land because there's a lot of it, and they get a little crystal, and then they can work their way up and eventually maybe go across the water and get up here. Either way, good land. We're gonna put the elves here because they're the weakest. And you already know what this gentleman's name is. Look at him. If you've been here a little while, then you definitely know. This is Dawn. Dawn gets a bonus trait. He gets attractive. There's just something about Dawn, a certain charisma, you know? He always knows what to say, he always knows what to do. He's super powerful, but he doesn't have to fight. Okay, Dawnopolis, very cool. Okay, lastly, we got the humans. We're gonna put them on the Mushroom Island right here. Meet our boy, Steve. Steve's been around this place before. Steve knows what to do. We all know Steve. At this point, he's got a reputation for just being a really chill dude. Be like Steve. Look at his friends. They all look up to Steve. Probably because he's 9 feet tall, but still. Okay, Dawnopolis, Borkland, Great Bobville. Can't do another great. Isle of Steve. There we go. Let's change the colors around a little bit. Make them a little more fitting. Elves gotta be green. Orcs gotta be red. Dwarves can be that kind of tan color, and humans can be blue. Let it begin. Let's crank up the speed. Let's check our rules here. We're gonna turn rebellions on as a way to kind of balance the orcs and also to make it a little more interesting. Angry villagers is on. Disasters are on. Yeah, might as well. Isle of Steve. No, Isle of Steve. Not Isle of Steve. Isle of Steve. I love Steve.
Back off, Steve is mine.
Okay, so what are these people gonna go through? Bobville. They've got a lot of good land. At least flat space. They got these nice mountains out back. They got kind of a swamp thing going on. It's a little unconventional for the dwarves, but at least they've got lots of mountains to work with. I think they'll be okay. Hopefully they'll move upwards into the enchanted biome so they can get blessed, because they're going to need those bonus stats if they want to win this war. Eventually, if they cross the water, they got this island, which is very okay. A couple other small things down here, and then, you know, maybe they'll make their way to the good island. The really, really good island. Let's actually turn off biome overgrowth. It's a little bit much, don't you think? Okay, Borkland. Bork, he's vicious, you know? He'll fight an entire army with a ham sandwich. He does not care. But there's one thing everyone always says about him, and that is, he's got the drip. For sure. Also, it's interesting that he's not the king. Everyone else is the king of their kingdom except for Bork. He, like, turned it down. Because he's humble like that, I guess. Good for him. They got a decent amount of starting land, a lot of flat grass plains, but they're a little cut off. If they go down here, that's some more good land. If they go up, that's some more good land, but they're kind of in the corner. It is definitely a good starting area. Like I said, I tried to give them like the quote unquote worst one, but this is like, it's honestly just as good as these two. This one probably looks worse at the start, but it does have more options. It's connected to more enchanted, and I did not want to give the enchanted to the orcs, I tell you what. So I'm pretty happy with this layout. We'll see how it goes. Dawnopolis has probably the best land, and they are in last place. 26 population. What's your deal? Looks like Dawn and Steve are allying. Good for you guys. Let's see what Steve's up to. He's sleeping. He's got to rule this kingdom with love and set an example, you know? Why are you running so fast but so slow at the same time? Are you okay, dude? Goodness gracious. You're making me dizzy. Oh, you're grown up. Okay, there we go. Dawnopolis is cranking it up a little bit. They got some more villages going. 64, Great Bobville 72, Steve at 72, and Borkland at 92. I'm not super happy to see them doing so well so quickly because I don't want them to just wipe everyone else out. Early on, I want this to like go on. I want everyone to have a chance. Ideally, I'd like this to be a multiple video like series, you know? Maybe they'll have a rebellion or something, you know? Keep themselves busy. Dawnopolis 90, Isle of Steve, and Great Bobville are staying like almost perfectly even. They're actually all staying pretty even in general. Nothing too interesting is going to happen until they invent boats, like transport boats, because then they're going to start taking over new islands and potentially, you know, fighting each other. Imagine. But until then, Don's gonna keep being a good dude, gathering berries, chopping down trees, and telling everyone else that they should smile more. They kind of hate when he says that, but you know what? He means well. Because he's always smiling. Dawn is always smiling. We've got a war coming up already? You guys can't even get there yet. What are you talking about? Who? You're declaring war on Bobville? No way, dog. You don't have a way to get there yet. They're like just growling at them across the ocean. Hey, Bork, you're looking a little old there, man. Gray hair? Looks like he's hanging out with a bunch of kids. Why don't you go hang out with people your size, you know? I feel like it was his idea to declare war, and they just sort of forgot it was across the world, and they have no way to get there. Like, take this island first, you know? If you get a boat, take this one. You don't need this land. It's not even like it's that good of land. They're just mean. Okay, Borkland, Bobville. I don't think they're gonna get along very well. Oh, look at that. Isle of Steve just declared war on Borkland. But guess what? They also have no way to get there. So nothing happens. Hey, nice. They moved down here into the enchanted biome. Very cool. So they've pretty much covered their entire island now with villages. That's good. There's a little section over here they haven't touched yet, but it's because it's kind of untouchable, you know? Dawnopolis has pretty much filled in their whole island. I think they pretty much all have. Only kingdom that hasn't is Bobville. I feel like they've got a good amount of unused land down here, but they'll get around to it. I mean, goodness, they were just told that the orcs are going to invade any second, but it ain't happening. So now they're just paranoid. Any second, a ship's going to come along and drop off none other than Bork himself. Also, there's something special about this series of the Elders is that we got ages now. So it looks like we got Age of Dark coming up next. So that'll change some things. In addition to this map just being super cool, I think we've used pretty basic maps in the past. Okay, I think I see an alliance. I think I see some peace talks happening between Bobville and Borkland. Let's go ahead and make that happen. The Great War has ended. Very cool. But Isle of Steve is not giving up. They are gonna crush them any second. Oh gosh. Lightning strike. Oh, that reminds me actually. I want to give all of these characters one more trait, and that is Death Nuke. Oops, not that one. Goodness. Death Nuke. So when they die, a gigantic explosion destroys everything around them. A, so that we know when it happens, and B, so that, you know, they can get a little revenge. So beware anyone who defeats these champions. You will not survive. Okay, peace talks. Oh, I didn't even notice Dawnopolis was also at war with them. Oh, because they're allied with humans. Okay, that makes sense. Dang, so there was literally a war between everyone and the orcs already. It's just that no one can actually fight yet. For having never met each other or even seen each other, there's a lot of tension. Okay, we're back to it. Peacetime. Probably good timing because any second now they're gonna get boats. And I want them to expand to new territory first before fighting each other, you know? Also, the Age of Dark is upon us, and it's a long one. 632 moons? Sheesh. It's a little too dark, so we're gonna turn down the night effect a little bit. There you go. Are you making war again? Bob just declared war on Borkville or Borkland or whatever. If your goal is to protect like your people, this is not it, you know? He's out here just building pathways, but then he's also like, what if we attack the orcs across the ocean? It's like, why don't you keep your ideas to yourself? Still no transport boats, but I'm pretty sure I saw the humans have an upgraded dock. Yeah. So they're on the way to being able to actually get across. Okay, Donopolis just declared war on Borkland again already. What is... Come on, guys. Can't we just, like, keep some peace? Why are you guys so mad all the time? It would probably actually be good for the elves and dwarves to team up on the orcs kind of early like this, but it's just not going to happen. You don't got boats yet. Although I do see a boat. The humans are the only ones that actually can get across the water. And so far, they're not really doing that much with that. Although, come on, guys. Hop on the boat. Hop on the boat. Hop on the boat. Come on. There we go. All right. Heck yeah. Where are you guys going to go? They're actually filling up the boat with like a full-on army. Oh, yeah. They're going to go fight on behalf of the elves. They're allies. This is it, dudes. They're actually fighting. The humans are here. They're not even the ones that declared the war. In fact, they were the only ones that didn't. Man, they got destroyed. They got annihilated. Yikes. All right, Don, where are you at? It's funny, Bob just died. What, from what? Huh? How did Bob die? I would love to know. He was just walking down this path and then he blew up. Dude, Bob just exploded, man. Do you think the orcs sent like an assassin or something? Now there's a mage over here whooping up everyone in the elf territory, and I really hope Don stays away from this because fire is kind of like their weakness. Okay, Don's fine. Don doesn't even know his people are burning right now. Or he just doesn't care. And these meteors are falling like crazy, man. Okay, the war continues, but the fighting also does not continue because there's no fighting. As soon as the orcs get transport boats, it's over for you. Okay, these meteors need to kind of chill out. I wonder if the Age of Dark did something to Bob, you know? Like, did he get attacked by monsters in the dark or something? Because the description of Age of Dark is fell creatures will lurk in the darkness, preying on the unwary. And it looks like he was kind of wandering off alone, you know? Oh, Bob. He liked to walk on his own. He liked to leave the village every now and then and just go for a little night walk and just kind of think about life and how you never know when it's going to end. Well, we're going to miss Bob. And without Bob, Great Bobville isn't quite as great. Can you guys stop fighting and just take over new islands? Look at this massive world I've given to you. You don't need the orcs' territory. You really don't. You can have anything you want. Another wizard just spawned on the good island too. Also, I just noticed that the humans are the first ones to colonize a new island, and they chose the Infernal Corrupted Island. Very cool. Very good choice. Don just got hit by a meteor. No, dude. Was it the meteor or the wizard? I don't know. But he was targeted. Dang, dude. We've had like 10 meteors in the last 2 minutes. And there's actually... Bork just died. That was actually from combat. Like, they actually attacked him. Okay, so the only one left is Steve. And they're over here with, like, another island. Okay, well, this is good to know. That the ages and the, like, random events really are dangerous to our heroes. There's only one elder left, and he's got a sword. He's ready to fight, dude. Look at him. He's heard that people are trying to take down the elders. His fellow immortals have dropped like flies. You won't take me, he says. But, I mean, they might. Another meteor? Can we get out of the Age of Dark, please? What's next? Age of Hope is next. Nice. We could use a little hope in this bleak world. Truly. Oh my gosh. The dwarves are attacking? Or are they allied? What is going on here, dude? I guess they're here, but they're gonna leave now? Bro, what's going on? The dwarves are here, but they're like not at war? Yeah, they're all allied right now. The war just ended. There are so many elves and dwarves in the orc territory, but there's not a war going on. Interesting strategy. Very interesting strategy. Also, why does it seem like the humans are the only ones actually doing like what they're supposed to do? Like they're just expanding and growing as a kingdom. Literally every 2 seconds, the elves or the dwarves declare war on the orcs, back and forth over and over again. And they have not expanded like at all. Oh, congrats, you took this tiny little island. What about this one? What about this one? What about any of the ones that are actually good for you? You guys are disappointing me. Without Dawn, they're helpless. They don't know what to do. Borkland just sits there dormant while everyone else attacks them. Hey, Great Bobville took a new island. Good for you. And a big one, too. Hey, look, I wonder who the elves are going to declare war on. Couldn't possibly be the orcs, could it? That would be crazy. Wow, look at that. They declared war on the orcs. Alright, goodness, man. Fine. Just eliminate them. If you want it so bad, just do it. But something the dwarves didn't know is that Bork had a son, and his name was Dork. And he had had enough. He wasn't going to let this happen to Borkland. Which reminds me, some of you weren't paying close enough attention and didn't even know about Roberta, Bob's daughter. And even more of you didn't even hear about Donnie. Look at him fight. He fights just like Don used to fight. It's as if he's still with us. Okay, come on though. That's embarrassing. There you go. You got him. Dork had successfully defended his land. War huge clash was over. Well, that's the war against the dwarves at least. But the humans and elves weren't gonna let them live. The humans had now expanded to the center islands. And they had built villages in the jungle. And the elves are up here in permafrost. Good for them. Dork had his work cut out for him. He had to defend himself from not just the dwarves. His reward for surviving the war against the dwarves just meant he got to get pelted by arrows across the water from elves. Also, that range is ridiculous. Look at that. That's absurd. Okay, so his village is going to get destroyed. But he's out here. Oh, they took over the elf land. Okay, the orcs have been pushed pretty much to the cold north. So we'll see what happens there. But for now, the war is over between the elves, humans, and orcs. What's this? Great Bobsville is not having it. Roberta has a hunch that it was the orcs that sent an assassin to kill her father as he went out for his mental health night walk, and she's not going to let them get away with it. She won't stop until they've been exterminated. Bad news though, because there was dwarves on the island. And they're just gonna die instantly now because, yeah, they're now enemies of the orcs and they didn't have any army to defend themselves. So, not the best timing to declare war, I wouldn't say. Not really very nice for your people that were already there on the island. I think if they move quick enough, they can actually eliminate them. And Roberta is here to fight. Oh yeah. Where's Donnie though? I feel like Donnie's probably heard by now about what's going on, but he's just up here trying to build a new life. Wait, Donopolis just declared war on Great Bobville? No way. A war that doesn't involve the orcs? That's crazy. The only thing is that the Bobville has like 100 more population. I feel like they're going to be a tough kingdom to take down. But I guess Roberta is out on a conquest, so maybe this is their time to strike. She's busy with the orcs right now. The humans and elves are allied, so they're both attacking the dwarves. Oh, they're begging for peace. They're like, please don't do this. Roberta's gone. Don't do this right now. Please. The war rages on. They beg for peace, but do they get it? Yes. The War of Broken Bones has ended. Wait, that was just the war between them and the orcs. They got peace with the wrong people. The humans and elves are still after them, but now Roberta is home from the war, and it won't be that easy to take them down. The dwarves have pretty much lost this island. It's a good island too. I'm a little sad about that for them, but just you try to take the mainland, I say. Peace is being made between the kingdoms. Can they once more live in harmony, please? Yes. Good clash has ended. That's a good stopping point for part 1. We're going to end it here. Wars have shuffled everything up. Isle of Steve has spread so much. In fact, I just noticed they've got a good village on the good island now. Steve is going to be the one that is hardest to take down. His kingdom stretches in every direction. Borkland has been pushed up into the cold north of the map, but they're spread out. That might be good for them, just to kind of lay low for a little while. They were the target of everyone for a long time, and Dork has a plan to keep his people safe. Great Bobville has been very powerful so far, but after being teamed up on by the elves and the humans, I'm curious what happens for them next. Roberta is back to defend their mainland. They lost their side island here, but they gained Borkland's old territory. Donopolis? They have not done that much as far as expansion goes. They've covered their starting island, and they've recently spread out here to this side island over here. Donnie remains on his small island, I don't know, in exile, or he's just hiding or something. I don't know. He's not really being very helpful, but he's here. He's a leader. Gosh darn it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. To be continued. See you in a couple days. Bye.